Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in Tamika's. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet.
Put me up in that algorithm, y'all, and holla at your girl.
What's up, y'all? What is up? It's your girl EJ.
Hey y'all, hello, hello, hello. What's going on, everybody? What's up, Moochie?
What's up?
It's movie night with the ladies. Okay, we had to, flip it, switch it, and reverse it a little bit. I know we normally do these on Thursday, but I will not be available Thursday. So I was like, I miss the people. I want to come up for a minute and talk about this craziness and see how everybody was feeling about it. I know how I was feeling about it. Yeah, it's a whole ass hot mess.
Yes.
Okay, I was like, Tyler, what are we doing? Are you okay? Okay, Tyler, are you okay? Are you okay, Tyler? What the heck was going on, child? Let me see who's in the building tonight. Who done came in the den? Ooh, Lordy. Hey, Candy Love, what's going on, girl? Child, no, this thing acting crazy already. Y'all know it gotta be something, but they say it's something happening with StreamYard. They probably doing an update. Whenever they updating, it be a mess. Hey, Kendall. Hello, Julie. Hey, Stacy. Thank you for coming through. Sally. I think EJ will be joining us in a minute. Lashonda, thank you. Nita the Diva. If y'all not subscribed to Nita the Diva, make sure that y'all are subscribing over there, liking over there, sharing over there, okay? Subscribe to all of our channels and check out our House of the Dragon. If you missed that, we just finished discussing it. Kayla said hey too. She just can't help herself. She gotta be back there talking.
Hey, D.
Hey, Danny.
Hey.
So yeah, y'all, did y'all watch this movie?
I had to step
Let
away.
us know.
Beginning the first part, and I had to
Cynthia.
come back to it. I had to come back. I had to let it settle, that whole first scene.
Suburbia Jones. Oh, child. Let me tell y'all. I put this on thinking I was gonna wind down, and I was not in the right place in the right state of mind at all. First 15 minutes in, I turned this sucker off. I said, "What the hell is going on here?"
Okay, so I wasn't the only one.
Yeah, I was like, "Baby, I ain't got it to do. There's no way in the world I could watch that." I turned that off and started watching Beekeeper. It was just no.
I had to turn it off and come back to it too. Though.
Yeah.
I really did. Because that first scene is very, very it's raw.
Yeah.
and it was just bananas.
Yeah. Definitely. Kendall says yes, the first but the funeral service was a lot. Never seen no ish like that, child. Yeah. It definitely was a lot, and that's putting it mildly.
Yeah.
That is putting it mildly, y'all.
Okay, so when I don't feel a way now that I had to turn it off and come back to it.
Yeah. Because listen, wait a minute, EJ here, so I'm gonna hold up a minute.
I want to know her first thoughts about the first scene, and that's like I had to turn it off and come back to it. So I want to know if you had that same vibe. Tamika just said she did. What about you, EJ?
On the first scene. I guess I'm just. I don't know. I didn't really. I thought it was a lot. I thought it was hilarious. To be honest, I was laughing at the whole thing. I was like, I said, did she really just do that? Yeah, I had a lot of feelings, but you know, it was interesting to say the least.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Did you like this overall?
It was cool. I didn't have no problem with it. It it was entertaining. It kept me entertained the entire way through. Like I was like, okay. I didn't turn it off.
Yeah, I turned it off. I had
I
to come
did.
back to it. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I ain't care too much for this at all. At all. I wanted to, but I just couldn't. I don't know. Listen, and they said this is his lowest scoring one on Rotten Tomatoes, and I don't go by them because they be scoring crazy anyway. But it had a 0. I don't know if it went up
A
since
0?
then. Yeah, I have
Wow.
seen the mixed reactions, which I'm used to seeing. Everybody, gonna have different opinions and different tastes. But for me, yeah, I wasn't crazy about it at all. I was actually going to change my movie choice. I was like, I don't even think I want to talk about this movie no more. I'd rather talk about Young, Wild, and Free, whatever the name of that movie was. I enjoyed that so much.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was good.
I was like, what is going on here? What am I watching, sir? Oh, child. And y'all know that I actually like Tyler Perry stuff. Like I love the plays. I started out with those. I watched the movies. Some I like better than others. I review the shows. So it ain't like, I'm just a hater over here. But this one was just not for me. I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. But I was like, listen, I already said I was going to talk about it. And it was crazy because when I shared the trailer, I just was like, okay, typical, Tyler Perry. And a lot of people, like, when I was sharing the trailer, was like, oh, this just looks like, your regular Tyler Perry stuff that you used to. But even though I did see some people saying that it was stereotypical and all of that kind of stuff, I actually feel like it could have been a white trailer park trash, family. No offense to nobody, but
Mhm.
it could have been them in that place, and it could have been a rich white family, and it still would have just been the same thing to me. It just, So I wasn't so much worried about that part. I just was like, what? Like this was just too much for me. It really was. And yeah, we'll get into. I'm gonna try to share my screen because I don't have slides, and it seems like StreamYard is doing some
But that did
funny
technically
stuff.
happen first with a white movie with the casting and
Yes,
stuff.
they be having that
Everybody,
kind of
people don't
stuff.
remember Pet Cemetery with the little boy Gage and the
Yeah,
fathers with the
that movie
grandfather and the father
traumatized
was they was
me.
fighting in front of that casket
Yes, and
and the
flipped it
little
over
baby. Yeah,
too.
it flipped
Hmm.
over. So
Hmm.
I'm not saying I like that. I was
Hmm.
disappointed with that scene too because it was a child.
Yes.
But this with the taking a whole body,
Yeah.
exactly.
Wait, can I? Okay, because I can't even see, child. All right, I'm gonna try my best to do this. So yeah, of course, the big opening scene, and Tyler seemed like he's so proud of this scene. He was saying he couldn't wait for everybody to see it. He was tweeting out about it. I said, "Child, I guess, Tyler, I guess
Wow.
if you say so, baby." Okay, first of all, I'm gonna just say I'm trying to say something positive. I love me some Debbie Morgan. Okay, as soon as I seen her in the trailer, I was like, "Oh, I'm here for this. I'm here for any time they show my girl Debbie Morgan. Put some respect on her daggone name." I'm like, we got Richard Lawson, we got Megan Good, we got Corey Hardick. We know they can act. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I will also say that it seemed like he done stepped up in the hair department. Okay, Mia Copa, we had the hair looking right, and we
Mm-hmm.
had the hair looking right in here too. I will say that much. But I don't know if it was just me because yes, the husband is definitely a mess. Dallas is something for the something. But Daddy had some mess with him too, because I was confused when we was preaching up here like this. I was like, wait a minute, well, how the heck is we talking like this at the daggone funeral? What's happening here? And not that it would excuse his behavior, but when it started out like that, I'm thinking, okay, so all this anger and whatever they going through is probably one because he lost his brother and maybe he having a hard time dealing with that, and two, it seems like your family don't like me and they sitting here basically just playing in my face and disrespecting me and my whole family at my brother's funeral. Was anybody else thinking that, or is just me?
It
Oh
was
no, they was
disrespectful.
definitely being this was like the wrong time. It was the wrong time. And like I get what his message was and I
Mm-hmm.
get all of that, but it was just the wrong time because at the end of the day, regardless of the situation, those are someone's loved ones and they love them even if they
Mm-hmm.
are riding. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you that was just the wrong time and as someone of the faith, you should know that. And I know a lot of times I've seen this. I grew up in a very small town where
Mm-hmm.
people do take the time to want to tell you what's, you know what I'm saying, like to want to give a message, but it be the wrong time. And I've always said that, and I hate it when they used to do that. But I really feel like I can't say it's I ain't never I can't really say the difference between what a small town and a big town does
Mm-hmm.
necessarily, because most of the stuff that I, like I said, I grew up in a small town, and that is literally what you saw was a preacher taking the opportunity to give a message. I'm putting air quotes up because I don't have my thing up,
Mm-hmm.
but to give a message that just was inappropriate for the timing. But they don't see it
Yeah.
like that.
Right. Yes. Um, Tina says I feel the pastor started the mess telling their family business in church. Yes, and I'm pretty sure everybody already knew it. I don't think he really needed to make an announcement because in a town like that, everybody know everybody, and it seemed like the family already had a reputation. So it's like, did we really need you to, Oh, I just couldn't hold my tongue. Like, okay, so, so
To
yeah,
me,
it was.
you shouldn't have did that because you put your daughter in the line of fire.
Yes,
It's like she
even
looks like
she was looking shocked and hurt.
she was. I thought this report, I thought he thought about nobody but his own feelings. And it made me wonder who the member of the church must have been, somebody really important to him for him
Mm-hmm.
to for him to blindside the family the way he did. Because that's just what it was.
Yeah. And then you even hear the mother say at one point, like, see, you told me he was gonna be nice. And it seemed like they're the ones that offered to do this and was saying to bring him, like, initially she didn't even seem like she wanted him to be there. So it was just kind of confusing to me as to why you would want to do it in the first place. If it's all like that, I would have just left them where they was at.
Yeah.
Hey Inga, yeah, I told you that the other day when we was talking on Candy's thing. If you want me to
Mm-hmm.
send you the link, let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
I
I feel
figured
like
you
he
talked
was.
about it the other day, so I didn't think you want to talk about it again. But if you want to come up, let me know.
I feel
I
like he was doing it for his daughter, but at the
Mhm.
same time, he didn't want to do it. But yet he was
Mhm.
doing it for her because you could tell that that's his only child. He'll do
Mhm.
whatever for his daughter, right? And so
right.
I feel like it was one of those things, but he went into it with all the wrong reasoning. And like you
Mhm.
said, he blindsided her, he blindsided the family. But most importantly, because you don't know what's really going on in that household, you
Yeah.
really set her up for failure. And shout out to my girl Tika Deshawn. She was an extra in this. That's really why
Mhm.
I was paying more attention to that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kept trying to look to see if I saw
She
her
was in this
too.
scene, in the first
Yes.
scene.
Yes. Wait a minute. I saw a comment that I
That's
wanted to.
one of the reasons why I watched it, y'all. That's why I had to
Shout
turn
out
it
to
back on.
Tika, yes. Y'all must not have been in the apostolic church funeral. I have not. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been to Baptist, Pentecostal,
Yeah.
Muslim, Catholic, and I seen some messy stuff. Stuff go down in the funerals. Don't get it twisted, okay?
Yeah.
And stuff go down in church, period. But this was really over the top for me. Okay, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
keep it real.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. Like I said, I'm from a small town, so I haven't seen a lot of stuff that happens at funerals. Stuff happens at funerals, so it's not far fetched. Like
Mm-hmm.
stuff goes down at funerals, and people get real mad and they get real messy and it get crazy. I've seen some
Mm-hmm.
stuff that go down, but at the same time, I just feel like he threw his daughter under the bus. But I also feel like he don't know what's going on with his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, he might not have done that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and then it just went from bad to absolutely worse. I
Yes.
mean, wait a
Yeah.
minute, I was trying to say.
Charge my phone.
Okay. Yeah, like we got people. really ready to fight on some knuck if you buck. We got them stripping off daggone clothes. And then when they went to move the casket, because she's like, go ahead and get him up out of here. We ain't gotta be here. We didn't want to be here anyway. And we proceed to say no, don't move the daggone casket. Leave that there and pick him up. Girl, that's when I said, yeah, no, I'm definitely not watching this today. Not and after the week I've been having, that was just not gonna work for me. I had to let it go, let it flow, okay,
I'm
and
surprised
protect
you
my
stuck with it. I really am.
child. I had to get up off of there.
And then they got this knockoff Monique.
Lord, yeah, she definitely did remind me of Monique. She
When
was
she
giving
took
Monique
that
and
hat
Precious,
off,
child.
when she took that hat off, she looked just like Monique from Precious.
Yeah, she definitely did. Definitely. Hey, Samara, how are you? What's up, Monique 69 Ways?
Ew.
So yeah, at this point, she comes over to where his family is. They still basically dissing her in the yard, asking her why the hell she's there. So it don't even seem like it's just a thing of getting it from him. It's literally the whole family. Like I just don't even know. And she tried to go talk to him, in the truck, and oh Lord, then she ends up falling asleep out there waiting on him, and he done left her behind it. Like, girl, the way I would have been home, ain't no way in the world I would have still been sitting there in that damn car.
Nah, man. Not the way her mother's disrespectful. His mother's very disrespectful. Well, I know I couldn't be there because I know
Mm-hmm.
she stays. She's not just a disrespectful girl. She doesn't
Yeah.
disrespect her mom no matter what she says to her.
Hey,
And
Lawrence
I don't know
report.
how that's going down.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of people like that. Like, honestly, I would never ever, like, my husband's mom could probably say something out of the ordinary, and she wouldn't do that, but I'm just saying she could probably say
Mm-hmm.
something that might be disrespectful, and I probably wouldn't say anything back to her. Now I would expect my husband to say what
Mm-hmm.
needs to be said, but I probably wouldn't. But especially when you come from a small town, I feel like people are very respectful in the sense of yes ma'am, no ma'am, and people can say and do a lot of things, and if they're an elder to you, you'll take it a lot better than you would, like, peer, if that makes sense.
Yeah, some people, baby, some people don't care whether it's elder, same age, whatever.
Mm-hmm. She disrespected me. You gotta give respect
Mm-hmm.
to give it.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yes,
part.
but then she pull up to the bar looking for him, saying how he got to get to work. They still. I don't know, y'all. This ran up my damn blood pressure, child. And she go outside and she bump into what was his name, Jim? Or was it Daniel? I don't forgot his
I
name.
can't remember what his name is.
Hold up, I gotta get it. I just remember Dallas and
This could be traumatizing for some people. I mean, this could be a trigger for a lot of people. I mean,
Yeah,
definitely,
absolutely,
definitely.
absolutely. I agree. So you could tell that she was looking back to see if anybody was coming there. She like, hi, and give him this hug, try to have you up with it. But then they was outside and they over here talking about they was ready to jump him. Oh, Benji, thank you, Kendra.
Benji, yeah.
I sure
Benji,
enough,
yeah.
I'm calling him everything else under the sun.
I had to look it up.
And
Hey,
then,
Claire.
oh, okay, Benji. So they said that he want them to wail on him again. Oh Lord, have mercy, Jesus, child. And then we gonna go home and we gonna be crying. I can't, child.
And
EJ,
you dealing with somebody that's an alcoholic too, and he
yeah,
got a jacked up family.
yeah.
You just trying to really save a dude.
Mm-hmm.
He has so much trauma. He's opening up to me.
Mm-hmm.
But don't. I mean, seriously, y'all. It's people like this. It's people
Oh
who.
no, it is people that's like this, but I just can't do it. Not at this stage of my life. I
Oh,
can't. But
girl, no,
listen,
not me either.
because you can't fix nobody that don't want to be fixed, honey. You just
Mm-hmm.
can't. No matter how much you want it and how much you care about them. So I definitely know that it's some people that will stay here. And you also, and I think she says it to her parents like a little later on. You could tell because she's brought up in the church, and like you said, EJ, she is, respectful and trying to be nice, and she's feeling like she got to hang in there. This is her marriage, we got to work it out, and I got to be there for you. But if you keep getting rejected and disrespected, like I just don't know how much more you can do. Because I mean, he was crying last night, but now this morning he like get up out my damn face.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's the cycle. It's a cycle they go through, like the makeup, the breakup,
Yeah, yeah,
and she keeps giving him a chance and saying she really accepts his apology, and then he gets a clean slate every time. It looked like to me.
exactly.
Yep.
And I don't know it. I'm sorry, y'all. You just know I gotta be honest. I just felt like it was a whole bunch of different things thrown in. Like it just did not flow to me. I don't know if that makes sense. I just felt like it was random stuff just thrown in. But anyway, they go through that. She trying to go to work and she trying to tell her friend, like, I don't want to talk about that. We on our way to work. It's a brand new day. And her friend was just still talking. And she's like, okay, I guess we talking about it. I like that moment because that did seem real. Like you and your friend will be in the, car riding and they still would be pressing like, what the hell was, going on? It was really good. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, Monique 69 Ways says it didn't flow good. Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you think it was events that was put together in order, or do you
Um,
feel like it told the story?
I mean, it was telling a story, but I don't know. It was kind of weird to me. Like we literally picked up with the craziest scene ever. Then we see, she has some kind of history with the guy, and he looked like he ready to fight him. Then we see him crying. Now he's saying, he gonna just go ahead to work or whatever. He don't want to be bothered. We never really saw like I guess maybe if we would have actually saw some kind of beginning with them and what made her like him
I
to
thought we was
begin with.
gonna see that.
I don't
That's what
know.
I thought we was gonna see what made her fall in love with him, because to
Because
me it's
all we
like,
see is an asshole, like from
yeah,
beginning to end.
exactly.
It was like, what was there to like about him? Not saying that that would have made it okay, because it's never okay, but at least maybe I would have been like, okay, I see how that went that way. I don't know. Like, where was the turning point? What made you be drawn into him in the first place? And when did he start acting like this? Or was he already acting like this and you just, I don't know. Maybe it don't matter. But, I like to have a little more of a story when it comes to that.
I
But,
agree.
Yeah, they didn't show it, but she does talk about it at some point. But they should have showed it. I think that would have
mm-hmm,
been a much better outcome.
mm-hmm,
Yeah, because it's like the way her father and her best friend is telling it. She lost herself
mm-hmm,
once she got with him.
mm-hmm.
She doesn't. She lost the sense of who she was,
Yeah.
like
And
that strong
that
person.
definitely does happen as well. But
But don't
I
get me
don't
wrong. Corey Harder did a job where he played this dude where you don't like him.
Oh yes, absolutely.
So
Listen, it
he
wasn't
he
his
did a job
acting.
with that.
Yeah, he had me believing that that was really him. For real,
Yeah.
for real. Um, um, when she get home, they supposed to have dinner. He like, oh, you know about the dinner? Yeah, I do. It's gonna take me a minute. I ain't gonna be long. I'll be right back down. We gonna go ahead out. She get back down, and
And
he
she was
done left
early.
her. Yeah, she was earlier than the time she said. What's up, OG? What's going on? Says Tyler Perry didn't give us glimpses from the past of him.
Taking out
Oh
his
yeah,
father.
taking us. Yeah, he just kind of mentions that at the end, and that's definitely a trauma that you would not get over because you're hearing that this is something that was happening to his mama, and of course he gonna want to protect his mama. He's put in a horrible position. Like, yeah, that would definitely make somebody have some daggone issues, you know?
And they
Like,
should have added that in there though. Like when he was
right,
about it, when he said it, there should have been like a flash that went
right,
back
I
and kind of
wish we would have
told
saw
that
that
part
too.
of the story.
yes.
If they had to put that in there, because I'm no, like I said, I don't have a problem with the movie. I'm used to just I just look at TV. I don't like just I just look at it. If I hold my attention, it hold my attention. But there are some things that definitely could have been in there that could have just made the story come together and gave you a little more feeling of what was actually going on. Because like you said, right now he just looked like a straight a-hole, but there had to be
Mm-hmm.
something that made her like him. There had to be something
Mm-hmm.
that bonded them, or was it a trauma of her own that bonded them?
Right. Yeah,
People
because
trauma
people
bond.
definitely do trauma bond. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's the part that I was kind of like, okay, because he comes in the restaurant and acts a whole damn fool from the minute he get in there.
It
Oh,
just seemed like
child.
his family like to make scenes.
Yeah, definitely. They like when I walk in the room, you gonna know. Everybody gonna hear me. Everybody
It's
gonna
just
see me.
embarrassing.
And why do they
Yeah.
hate her so much? She seems to be really good for him. It would have been nice to get a
Mm-hmm.
the moment that they just did they feel like she took him away from her. Like it has to
Mm-hmm.
be something for somebody to dislike you that much when you're such a good person. So I feel like it's one of those things where, oh, you took him away from us, because they seem like they whatever, I don't know, they look too close, but you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm. Hey, Amina, seen it? What's going on?
what up, Amina?
Hey, Shayna.
Hey Shayna.
If y'all are not subscribed to Shayna, if Amina seen it, Inga 71, Candy Love, make sure y'all subscribing to the ladies' channels, okay? Subscribe to my channel too. I've been losing subscribers. I'm trying to get to 2,000. If you're not subscribed to me, subscribe to me. Subscribe to all of us. um. So yeah, they showed out in the restaurant. Her friend wasn't having it. She was like, "I know the hell you ain't talking. You don't hear her talking to you. Like, what's going on?"
Yeah, he was mad disrespectful.
Do you feel like his friend wasn't saying enough, or I mean, he when he would say something towards his wife, he was like, "Yo, watch how you talking to my wife." But in general, do you feel like?
I mean, he knows him from back in the day. So you
Mm-hmm,
know how sometimes you don't want to get in between like a husband
mm-hmm,
and wife kind of thing. I
mm-hmm,
think he tries to play like a neutral position, but he
mm-hmm.
knows that his homeboy is out of line.
Okay.
He know that his family is off the out of control.
Hey, Miss T, what's going on? She said I was done after the restaurant.
And hey, Miss T.
Oh God, Lord have mercy. Good evening. How are you?
Hi.
Y'all, I don't know. Um, so he actually is the one that told her he wanted divorce. I thought it was gonna be her telling him. Okay, so now she crying. She knows she upset. She can't believe this. I done wasted all my good years on him. Do y'all believe in that? You wasting your good years with somebody? I know you can feel that way.
You feel that way, but everything's a learning experience. Sometimes you may have stayed a little too long. You may have
Mm-hmm.
overstayed because you wanted to keep the person closer to you, but the lesson was already learned.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I agree with what Mucci said. I don't think that it's necessarily a feeling of overstaying, but like wasting your good years. But you can definitely stay way too long.
Yeah.
Way too.
Yeah, definitely.
And she ain't got no
Definitely,
kid.
definitely, definitely.
That part, and that was the interesting part, is
Mm-hmm.
that she didn't have any children. So at any point that she really, really actually felt like she really loved him, or at least she
Mm-hmm.
thought she did. I mean, I would say that she loved him because what he given ain't nowhere near love,
Right.
but you can
Mm-hmm.
tell that she really had this deep, sincere, and that's why it would be nice to have gotten just a little glimpse of the backstory, just so you could understand why she loved him so much.
Yeah.
I agree.
Kendall said I was mad when she started crying. I said, rejoice.
Yeah, she should have been
You
dancing,
free,
doing
right?
backflips.
Can you feel a brand new day? Okay.
I would have been like, about time his ass leave.
So yeah, we talk about, like, writing down the things. I've done that before, right? The good versus the bad, and what you love, what you hate, what you don't like, and all that good stuff. So she go home to mama and them. Her room still made up. They done heard her creeping in the middle of the night. I did like when her and her mom would have their conversations, and the fact that, she just letting her know she there, for she like, wow, is that serious? Because I mean, they can clearly see that it's some problems, but I guess they're probably, accustomed to we have an argument or whatever, but it ain't that serious. We know you gonna be going back, but we feel like this is definitely a serious situation where she not going back. So we trying to just help her, get through the process. Um, I don't know what Dallas did for work. They never was specific. She just was telling him he had to get up in the morning for work. And even when they showed him, I think that was supposed to be a place he was staying at, because he seemed like he really didn't care. He was like, "Oh, you can have the house. I'm gonna leave that to you, and whatever. I ain't asking you for nothing. I just want the divorce." So it seemed like he actually was doing better than his family that was over there in the damn trailer park or wherever the hell they was at. But
Yeah, Tamika, that's what I was gonna say too. Because I was thinking about it. I was like, why do they dislike her so much? Like, why is it? And you know how some people be delusional enough to think that the other person is not the person that's really, how sometimes in a family, and sometimes people get these gender roles all confused, and sometimes women, they just make more money, or they might just be in a better off situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, they might be the one that's the more of the breadwinner than the husband, but sometimes families can't see that, and they think that it's the husband that's doing all these things, and that's the one that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I felt like maybe there was a jealousy of what they perceived he was providing for her, when it was really, you know what I'm saying? Because
the
we
other
learned
way
that
around.
because the parents are the one who put the down payment on the house. That was, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know.
Yeah, and he did bring that up too. So, yeah, they was just basically trying to be there for her, let her know they got her back. And again, she's saying to the parents, like, I seen y'all and how, y'all worked in y'all marriage and staying together. And I was just kind of trying to do the same thing. But at the end of the day, you're not your mother. He's not your father. Y'all still your own individual selves, even though you may have seen this example from your parents. But in a way, you kind of not looking at the bigger picture, that is a completely different dynamic.
And don't her mama or her daddy, one of them, say that? Like, you
Yeah.
ain't never seen me do this, or you ain't
Yes,
never
he
seen.
does say that later on when he's talking to her.
Well, what
Definitely.
did you think of the list that her best? Oh, EJ's going. The list of that her best friend wrote out for all the bad things he did to her.
Yes.
I thought that was a way of where she could get in her face. Sometimes,
Yeah.
like remember I was saying earlier how they have this. It seems like he gets a clean slate every time they have an argument, and she forgives him and forgets about it.
Right.
So I'm glad that
when you have that list, it's a
on.
completely different dynamic. Like I have wrote a list before with the good versus bad, like, or I don't know, like, is it more good or is it more bad? If the list for the bad is longer, then yeah, it's time for you to say goodbye. Okay, deuces, see you later, peace. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. Like, yeah, definitely time to reevaluate some things.
If you ever been in a bad situation, a list is such a good thing to be able
Yes,
to look at, because
absolutely.
sometimes you can't see it. Other people see it, but you can't see it, because it's like this blur or something, and you just really can't see it. But if you write it down and you really look at it, you like, damn, I did this. I let that, I went through that. I let this person do this to me. And then and that shit just start to build up, and it just change your perspective.
Yeah. So now, see, even here, as she's running, she's thinking of these, supposed good memories, and she do have a big smile on her face. So now the contrast of course, that and her getting emotional, and then her coming home and seeing that her mom has now found this, list that Moochie was just talking about, and she's very upset. And the mom begins to blame herself, which, of course, she's like, "Mom, this ain't your dad going for." And she's like, "He was doing all of this to you?" Because, of course, they don't know the degree that it really was. And it's like, well, how the heck could you even think of staying? Like, I would never want you to be in no, situation like this. You don't deserve anything like this at all. And this was also kind of just her being like, "Oh, I thought I was supposed to hang in there. I thought I was supposed to make this and that." It's like, you can't. But, like this, you don't deserve anything like this. Like, so, what did y'all think about this part? And she said, "Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Like, we can't let your dad know about this, because if he found out about it, baby, we gonna be digging a grave for you."
I'm glad he didn't see that list.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not never
Mm-hmm.
mind. Eventually,
Right.
like right then, it was too soon for him to see it.
Yeah.
Because he would have took off and ran right to them peoples.
Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah.
I was glad her mother saw it though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I agree. So yeah. Let's see. OG says, wait, I can't even see these comments, y'all. I'm sorry.
Oh, the brothers weren't mad at her. They weren't upset how the father gave the eulogy at the funeral. I agree, the brothers wasn't, but the mother was.
Oh yeah. We was talking about that. Yeah, and you can tell that the mother has all of them kind of like, you know what I mean, in control. Whatever she say, that's what they gonna do. They all in her, because they was upset about what he was saying. They had the right to be. I would have been upset at that too.
But they weren't being nice to her. You only had one moment where that one
Right.
brother was when he
Yes.
tried to get the keys. After that, every
Yeah.
scene that they were in, they were not nice to her. Like, you can
Mhm.
tell that this was an ongoing
Yeah,
situation.
definitely.
Everybody felt comfortable saying whatever they wanted to say.
Right. And it seemed like a regular thing. That's why I'm like, listen, it's one thing if I'm already arguing with you, which I don't even want to be doing. But I ain't about to be sitting around arguing with your whole daggone family. No, ma'am, no saying, I would never be going to your house. They would never be coming to my, like, no, I'm not doing that.
But did you know what this made me also think about? If he gets too out of control, does she call them to get him in line? Because you seen how that happened.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, certain stuff, I know it's just a movie or whatever, but certain parts I wish we would have seen. Like, we're seeing the after effect of everything, but we don't know how we got there.
Right, yeah. So now, she called her friend, gave her the update. The friend has said, she could go ahead and take the week off as far as work, get herself together. And Daddy come knocking at the door, and he want her to ride with him, into town like she used to. First, she was kind of like, I don't know. And then, we go ahead and we take the ride and we go. Only for it to be a setup, that we going to have her bump back into Benji. Supposedly, just a coincidence, but we already know that it's not a coincidence. Daddy irked my nerves with this too, because why am I one day home, not even a full day? I just woke up, I just got here in the middle of the night, and I'm just telling y'all about, like, it ain't even done yet. Like, why is we bringing another dude around? Oh.
Yeah, he was doing too much, the father.
He's
supposed to be a man of God.
Yeah. And then it was so funny when Benji was like, "Look, he did tell me you was gonna be here." He was like, "Snitch." That part did crack me up. I'm like, "What are we doing, Daddy? What the heck?" So yeah, now we at the church, and now he at the church too. And now we saying to Mama, like, "Come on, everywhere I, come to, he gonna be there." And Mama like, "Well, he was been going to the church and ain't got nothing to do with you." Then she said, "Well, that's your daddy." But it was funny too with his kid, with his daughter selling the cake, and they tried to be supportive and go buy some. And I guess that cake was nasty as hell. She was choking on it.
Mm-hmm. He said it was dry.
hmm Yeah, I need to be teaching her how to bake. Come on now, I was baking cakes since I was 9 years old. Let's get it together. Oh man. So either one of y'all had any thoughts on this? Did y'all see the connection starting with him saying that he's divorced and he know what she feel like? Only difference is that he actually has a daughter and she don't have any kids in her situation.
Yeah.
Of course, that was a setup from the moment that we bumped into him at the
Mm-hmm.
bar.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So look at him just grinning. So yeah, this was a part where we kind of remind her of who she used to be, like EJ was saying, with the, all before every video or picture we see of you, you got a big smile on, you had different dreams and you had different things you was doing, you all of a sudden when it came to getting married to him, after that is when you got the sad face. You never smiled again. However, when we see in her memories, we seeing her smiling. So two things to be true at the same time, right? Because did it just all go downhill and she was always sad? That's why I was like, I don't know. Then even here at the wedding, we seeing the mama slapping the flowers out her hand and cursing her out there. Like I was
Yeah, making a scene. They, like I said, they like to make scenes.
Yeah, mom,
EJ.
mom would have had to get her ass whooped.
Look,
Yeah, that's what I'm
I was
saying. Like,
about to say,
yo,
EJ, I know we can come to you for you to be able to. She said, well,
she
listen,
curve her
I'm with
behind
you
with it.
there.
The mama would have got her ass whooped right up in there.
Yeah, like, yo, you did
And
to
I wouldn't
me.
have had to touch her. I'm gonna tell you right now, I wouldn't have had to touch her because my family would have been all on top of her.
Yeah,
Yeah, it would
yeah,
have been
I couldn't.
all out, child.
Be like, baby, don't get your dress messed up because we about to beat this. And the fact that he doesn't stand up for her then
That
was just
showed you
an
everything.
enlightening moment at that moment.
Yes.
Like, because I'm at that point, and I know that people try to stay out of other people's business. I get that, especially parents
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. But when they saw that, I don't know. I just feel like I would have been pulling my daughter to. I don't know, but I'm just a different parent, and I have to think about that
Mm-hmm.
because I would have been pulling my daughter to the side. Ain't no way in hell we marrying this ninja,
Right.
and I would have said we.
Yeah, that was a bit much there too. Like she already was showing you what time it was. So yeah, she was looking sad and pitiful in them damn videos. So, she finally saying she ready to come home. We running again. Her friend is saying, well, girl, when you get back, like you sounded good or whatever, I'm gonna be running with you too. She like, I don't know if you can keep up with me, but then we go ahead over to this fair. And now, we gonna leave the parents, and now we in the mood to go and talk to old Benji. Okay, let's
Mhm.
go for a walk. hmm And then we start talking about, I want you to make love to me. I said, how the hell we get here? What the hell is happening?
Y'all
Yes.
already know the best way to get off from get rid of one is to get over one is to get up under another one. That's the way people think.
But not with somebody crazy like the part man she with.
Girl,
Just like playing with fire.
I would have been,
Bugging out.
well,
Look,
that's
I wouldn't
another
even want to be
interesting
seen
thing.
talking. And you
Yes,
back in
that's
town?
right. That part. That's what I was thinking about too.
Well, we getting a
Mhm.
divorce.
Yeah, we are getting a divorce, and for some reason, she don't think he is as crazy as he is, even though he been showing it to her. That's another thing that's hard for me with this whole situation because while we keep acting like we don't see what we seeing, I just don't know.
Cause
But
she
he
used
turns
to
her
it.
down. Yeah, she is used to it. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
She think it's
Ah,
normal, whereas
mhm,
everybody else see it and it's not normal. But she like this just
mhm.
another day. you know
Miss Kira said, "Blame it on the goose you feeling loose."
Yeah.
that part. She was drinking.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
God. Inga said, I would have moved on and slept with the new guy.
Girl, me too. That's what I was
Listen.
saying. I would have got right under that thing.
hmm But he told her no, he didn't want to, just have her sleep with him just because she trying to get with her. I did like that. I like that about Benji. So now she back. She ready to get to work. We saying how we looking good. You got the glow, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And he get a call. That's what I'm saying. Look at his place, y'all. That's why I was like, well, what the hell did he do for work? And they call and send him the pictures, of course. Okay, the town is talking, the streets is talking. We done seen your girl out here with Benji, and she had to be sleeping with him all along.
Girl, I thought he was at her house. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I thought that was. I thought he had. Cause she had been gone with her mama all that time.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was her. I never dawned on me that was his house.
No, but that place looked different. I was like, wait a minute. I kept rewinding it back. Like, this is another place he got. No wonder he wasn't worried about the house, or so he said. So this pisses him off, of course. So now he gonna come in the job and he gonna act a whole ass fool. Now he's saying sign them damn divorce papers. Now you playing games. I want it signed on the dotted line.
And why you saying you don't really want this?
You don't.
You don't really want this. You just wanted to, like, you being froggy and watch. She had to leave. I'm glad she did.
Mm-hmm.
He was annoying to me.
He was much. And he really wanted this divorce.
He said Benji played it right because they already put him in the hospital once. Right? Shoot, I wouldn't be trying to be out here messing around with no damn chick or dude or whatever that got nobody crazy. When you get that figured out, then call me. Other than that, so she come on over to the lawyer office. Right? This is what you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody else stands up and stuff for him, and he talking to her, talking about you ain't acknowledging me, and she's like, well, why should I acknowledge you? Usually a man stands up when a woman walks in the room, and everybody else did besides you. So I guess you ain't a daggone man, baby. She throwing her shots, and she said, "Where the papers at? Where the papers at?"
Mm-hmm. I was glad she walked in there with that spunk.
Mm-hmm. But you know what I was kind of scared of when the lawyer said about 3 times, you don't want to have a lawyer, and she kept saying, "I read it. I don't need a lawyer. I read it. I thought something else was gonna be in them papers that she didn't realize or she didn't know." I was like, they kind of emphasizing on it, but of course, Tyler ain't gonna go that deep into it. But I just felt like something else was gonna happen. Like maybe you do want that lawyer, girl.
I thought it was some kind of clause in there about the house.
I did too. I thought he was gonna move back in there and not leave, and it'd be some kind of Water Roses situation.
Oh, that's my movie too.
Yeah,
Water
I know.
Roses?
That's what I thought this was gonna be like at first. Miss T said we didn't talk about her best friend and him talking about you don't want to lose your job.
And she said I don't give a F about this job. Yeah, her friend was about it.
And called him a ninja up in there too. I said, that's the type of friend. That's the type of friend I like right there. You might not say it, but then was right.
Yeah. And look how he looking at him like, dude.
Like you want
she was doing it all along, and she wanted this, and he like, no, you wanted it, you asked for it. Like, what are we talking about here? Lord.
I'm glad he told him he was wrong.
Yeah.
And he got mommy issues too. You could tell that this divorce was all about whatever his mama was pushing. I mean, he already got issues, but she was really more so pushing this "why you with her" thing. That's why.
1 minute, y'all.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I just gotta step away for 1 minute.
Oh, okay, good. Okay. He was already pushing that whole. I mean, the mama was already pushing this "why you with her," like saying something about divorcing her, and I was like, why you want him to divorce her so bad? I mean, I want him to divorce her because I don't like you with him. Like, I don't like her with you, but why you want her to, why you want him to divorce her? Because she way too good to him. Like, it just goes to show it's a jealousy mood. Think about it like this. Like, I feel like she was jealous that he had somebody that treated her nice, where she didn't have that. I mean, to the point where your son had to unalive yo man, something ain't right with, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I wish we had more context behind it, though. That would have been nice, even to get a flashback of that, like his dad doing his mom a certain way, and then seeing that whole scene with him unaliving the father. That would go to show why he made, like, you know, because sometimes stuff like that be hereditary, and people either go one of two ways: either they do the same exact things
or they
that they
do
saw,
total opposite.
or they be the opposite. So I feel
They
like that
try
could
to
have added
break
more
the
context.
cycle.
Exactly. If we had saw that, but I don't know. I was happy that she came up in here and was like, boom, boom, boom. But I was scared, like you said. I thought it was gonna be something else in them papers.
I did too. I definitely did. I thought he was gonna be like one of them kind of dudes that want to take it all because he can't have her. But it was just, I think he didn't think she was gonna call his bluff.
Exactly. I think that's more so of what it was. He thought he was about to go through this whole thing. I want a divorce, and it was going to be this back and forth thing. But then she just came up in there, here, dang, boom. And she wasn't that docile person that she had been this entire time, because, I mean, baby girl was docile as fuck. I mean, as you know, I'm trying not to cuss y'all.
Mm-hmm.
He was super docile. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was just like, okay, but maybe that's what it was, you know. And he's never seen her act like this before, because he's so used to her just bending to his will. And she was like, I'm done. And you know what? Sometimes I don't like it when they throw another man into the situation, but I feel like, especially them throwing another man that showed her a different treatment, I feel like that helped her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did to a certain degree, but I also felt like it was kind of fast. Like we didn't necessarily need him in the mix right then and there. She needed to be able to, get through this and know what she needed for herself. And then if we could come together and make something happen, then so be it. Because when we get home, we having a party to celebrate the divorce. Okay, we got a surprise going on. We got some our friends. We got some strippers, I guess, in the mix. And then, of course, we got Benji back in the building. I did like this cake, though.
Yeah, that cake. That's a cake.
And we surprised her with him again. I'm like, damn, everybody keep throwing this damn man in her freaking face.
Yeah, I feel like she needs to cut ties with this one all the way before getting back with somebody from the hometown and all of that. And I know this is the person everybody wants her to be with, but I don't know. I just felt like it was too soon.
I definitely agree with
like
him
him.
having
He's nice to
mental
look
issues,
at.
especially after everything with his dad and just how the mom and the brothers, like, I know, child, it was a lot to dig through there. And yeah,
I agree.
Mm. So yeah, they end up having a good time. Her friend then gave her edible. She got her drink. She gonna, start. I just knew he was gonna be peeking through the window. The fact that they came over and said he was just staying outside in the car, I wanted him to be peeking through that window and see her dancing. But he was sitting out in the car. And his friend come out and talk to him. Of course, he trying to get him to, let him drive him home since he drunk. He wasn't trying to hear it. And then he hear the music and he like, oh, y'all having a party? Y'all didn't even tell me. Let me come in. Oh, it's chicks in here. I need to get me a beat. And then it's like, wait, hold up. What's going on over there in that house in the party, child?
Why would they have the party there? Like, nah, we have to have a secret location because your dude is off the rocker.
Mm-hmm.
You needed a secret knock and everything for that party.
Mm-hmm.
You the one who seemed like he was ready to go. Shoot, listen. I'm not tiptoeing around Dallas, bitch. I mean, around Dallas. I'm not tiptoeing around him at this point, but because if they do, they gonna continue to tiptoe around him, and he gonna continue to haunt her. You know what I'm saying? Like he just gonna
Yeah.
continue to like keep having the same behavior. If we divorce and you ask for the divorce, then there's really no reason why you should continue to bother me. At this point,
Yeah,
we
you
need
got
some
what you wanted.
restraining orders. We need to put some rules in place. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we got to do this the right way so that if I do blow your brains out, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? And I guess that's kind of what happened. My bad. Go ahead. Go ahead. My bad.
Yeah. So he go home with her and he talking about, I don't think I could sleep on the couch or in the guest room. I want to be in the bed with you.
Different
Oh
tone.
Like, yo.
Benji wasn't being the good guy
no.
no more.
Right.
No, Benji wants some too. She a woman. He wants.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I ain't
So,
sleeping on no couch, and we
but
gonna do
she
this in the
said,
bed.
for him to know that it's just sex. So now we up the next morning. We coming down to get ready for work, baby. We look over and
This ninja,
Mm.
this joker.
I can't, yo. Like how he was just chilling there eating cereal, like, and it was very much giving me, you know who,
What?
Ike. I'm gonna let you come back to me. I'm gonna give you another chance.
I'm gonna give you another chance.
But he said he did channel. That's who he channeled when he picked this character. I saw an interview and he said,
okay. That's what it was
that's
giving.
who exactly he was trying to channel.
Okay.
There is this version of Ike Turner.
Okay.
And I think he did if for you to associate that with it, he did an awesome job.
Yeah, he definitely gave me that vibe when he said that to her. She was like, wait, you gonna let me? Oh God, I can't, child.
I'm glad she said this is not
So
the same.
she said, you done met the new me now. You knew the other me. I said,
No,
right,
you know the me before you.
Right.
That's who you gonna meet. Her father had to remind her though. I like the fact that
yeah, I do. Inga said I'd have been jumping right on him. Okay. Now, mind you, she changed the locks. He said, can't nothing keep me out of this house. He go upstairs, baby. I ain't gonna lie. This part made me laugh because when he went upstairs and seen Benji laid out in that bed.
But you know what, Tamika? All I kept thinking was like, girl, is you gonna warn Benji?
Right.
Yeah, you ain't even give him a heads up. Yo, look, I don't even know what I'm gonna see when I go downstairs. So
right.
You need to wake up.
Right. Like she called his name at the last minute after he was already on him. I'm like,
like, girl, you should have been screaming,
Benji. Right. But Benji was fighting. He was fighting. He said, listen, I'm about to put you to sleep.
Word, you don't got your brothers here this time. Rock-a-bye, baby.
Now, this was a little extra for me. Like, I get when you angry, you have some strength, but how did she drag him all the way down the stairs? And then when you get to the bottom of the stairs, you talk about help me. And now he pick him up and put him in the truck.
You know how sometimes adrenaline be working.
Yeah, that adrenaline. And I said, come on now, though. That man
like that, we want to just drag him, rip him down the stairs and rip him out of your house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, rip him down the stairs.
And then she's slapping him. Don't come back around here no more. That ain't do nothing. That lasted 2 seconds. Okay.
You know?
Yes, Benji sure did give him them hands, though. He definitely did. He was not playing. I don't know. I guess he thought it was over between them. He gone, the locks his chains. He ain't thinking nobody gonna come running up in there.
I mean, what's his name didn't make it very clear that he didn't want to be married no more.
Right. You saying you don't want to be married, but then you showing up at her job. The friend got to call her man and be like, can you get him? She didn't even know he was there. Like I said, this was irritating me because every time she's telling her, get a damn order of protection, you need to up your security. This dude is crazy. And she's like, he done came to your house and had a fight with Benji. And she's like, yeah. She said, and now he outside the job. She like, what? And then she still talking about, no, we don't need no order protection. It ain't gonna go there. Like, girl, it's already going
It's
there. What are
already.
we really
Once he
talking
went
about?
that job, that was it. Now you putting my livelihood in jeopardy.
Right,
Nonsense. Come in here with that.
right. Like that part. Then he get home and all his cows, all his animals is jacked up. And I was over the sheriff. I was over the sheriff. The sheriff need to be fired. Like, what are we
The
doing
whole
here?
town scared of them.
Yeah, basically.
You don't got no proof. Well, if you just see them do it, well, you don't
Right.
have any proof.
Yeah, that was irritating the hell out of me.
Proof this.
Like, who else did it? We already know who the hell did it. So now Daddy talking about he on the way there. Of course, I forget what the heck the friend name was.
So
I'm
what?
sorry, y'all.
Tyler
What's his
Perry
name
got
again?
plastic animals that's tipped over like that.
I think the friend name was Jim. Maybe that's who it was Jim. I know one of them was, but he come and he tried to talk to him. Ain't no talking no sense to him. He talking about, oh, you taking her side and child. I couldn't have been his friend. Like he had a lot of patience. I'm
He sure
sorry.
did. Like, yo, what are you doing? He was like
Mm-hmm.
too. How can I say? Like certain stuff. He like, yo, what are you? Like to me, he was a friend, but he seemed like he was like, you know how one of them friends dudes that let their friend walk all
Mm-hmm.
over him, but he don't let him walk all over him, but he overlooks a lot of things that
Mm-hmm.
Dallas does.
Yeah, but Allison, it wasn't another man's house because it wasn't his house,
That's right.
and the
He said
divorce
he
is
didn't want
final.
it. He said
Right.
he didn't want the
So
house.
exactly. So it's
He
not
signed
his
the
house.
papers. It's not his
Yeah.
house no more.
Just because he changed his mind, you can't renege.
The ink is dry, and he feel like the ink ain't even dry in the divorce yet.
Right.
It's signed, sealed, and delivered. You done.
Right. Right. Pack it up.
And she says in the movie that it's her house,
Mm-hmm.
like because I think the parents is the one who put the down payment on the house, and more than
Mm-hmm.
likely, this is just me guessing. The house was probably in her name. That's probably was
Right.
a stipulation. It just seemed like the daddy would be a little bit anal about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now this
I don't know what
conversation
they
right
think
here, right? Benji calls her. He's checking on her. This kind of irritated me too, but I guess it's not a big deal, y'all. But sometimes, especially if I'm already in a certain space and I'm watching something, I could be extra. I will admit it because they talking. Now he one wanted to check on her. Two, he told her about what happened with the animals, and then she says, "My dad is calling on the other line because that's really what makes him say, oh, hold on, wait, wait, wait. Yeah, your dad is about to come that way. Look out for him because he's pissed off because of finding out about what happened, and now my animals is dead and all of that." And she's like, "What?" And when she hangs up the phone with him, she still never calls her dad. But I was like, "All right." Uh,
She knows she couldn't stop him from coming. Why even get on the phone and you know you're going to hear some "I told you so" coming from your father? I'm just speaking
God.
from
Yeah, that's true. That's
look,
true. That's
you
true
done.
with you. You making it make sense, okay? Because that's what I need. I need it for it to make sense.
I need to call him right now. I will deal with him when he get here.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking from experience.
So he letting his wife know he gone now. Now, Mama at the supermarket. First of all, what this man got superpowers? He's everywhere. How the hell did he get over here and know? Like, yeah, her mother goes to the supermarket every Monday
Look,
at 3.
it's a small town, like EJ
Yeah,
said. People
yeah,
know. You know, she probably
baby.
goes shopping every Tuesday
Listen,
after
mama,
Bible study.
mama, I need you to be walking with mace. I need you to have a blade in that pocketbook, honey.
You should at least
Because
have
the
a
way,
cane, sister.
listen, the way I would have been spraying him up, but he done came.
I would have been using that cane like I was playing stickball, y'all.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm pointing out the home run.
Yes. Like the audacity and the disrespect, and you think this is helping your cause? Like, I don't understand.
Look, she need one of these in her pocketbook.
Listen, the things I walk. Let me not tell on myself, but
Yeah, don't tell on yourself. You might have some tools in your pocketbook, right? It's all good.
listen, okay, nah, he all yoking her up. So daddy over here, daddy got the hammers. Her friend loved her. She's like, oh, I love your father. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. He done got there, put cameras up. He done changed the locks. He done left her with the hammers. He's like, all right, you should be straight. If he coming now, mind you, she's still going. Oh, I don't think it's gonna come to that. I don't think it's that. What?
I just wish somebody would have went and got that list again. Girl, do you see this list
No,
right here?
somebody needs to do this to her. Can you get it to your thing? Go. He's crazy. Oh, I don't
The
think it's gonna
denial
come to that.
Yeah. Oh, child. Yep.
Why do all the crazy fools eat Cheerios? Dallas and Ronnie out put 3. She ain't lying.
Oh man. All right, y'all. So let's see what else was happening here. Oh, this is when he showed up to their house. She was like, I know you ain't just walked in my house. And then he said, yeah, I can't even see my best friend.
I would have been like, you can't come here no more either, man.
Then he gonna spill the beans on the best friend. Do y'all think he was telling the truth, or do y'all think he was lying?
I think he told the truth, but I think he was lying about him still hooking up with the girl.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was just how he said it. Like they talked about it already, but he was acting like he knew more than he really did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she picked
God
up the phone to call.
I
like the friend though. She picked up the phone and called that popo, and she said, "No, why you leaving? Stay. Wait for the police to get here." And I like the fact that she was like, "Yeah, I know. Even if she didn't know, I know, because you ain't gonna think you coming in here and you gonna break us up because you mad that you messed up your damn thing. Misery does love company. That's one thing that the daddy and mama told her that was definitely a fact."
Yep.
But then she still was sitting here like, oh, we don't have to have the night in. We can still have fun. Like, girl, ain't no fun. Your crazy man keep coming around every damn well. Your ex-man, whatever.
He's sitting in my seat.
That ain't your seat no more. Like, I could not understand for the life of me.
That is not your seat no more.
Yeah, he thought they was playing musical chairs. Lord, what's up, Zainin? Thank you for coming.
Okay, so
through.
Coach Dre says, is this movie worth watching? Heard bad things.
I can't answer that.
Watch stuff for yourself is what I'm always going to say. Stuff for yourself. Because you're going to get mixed
everybody's opinion. Because I've seen some people be like, oh, Tyler did it again. It's great. Some people said, baby, okay. Yeah. Burn it. No,
just like even on this panel right here, like two people absolutely didn't quite like it that much. I personally, I was okay with it. I didn't have a problem one way or the other. I watched it cool enough, and I'm not like, oh, it was the greatest thing ever.
Right.
But I mean, it was just good enough to watch, and we move on.
Yeah, definitely was not. Listen, I guess he's a locksmith on the low, because he could get in her house, even though she changed the locks. He could get in his friend's house. Oh, I'm just coming to see my best friend. Like, I got best friends too, but I don't know how to get in their house if they don't open the damn door.
Did you hear what
That part.
what preacher daddy said? They are family full of career criminals, even though he's
Yes,
on the straight
yes,
path. He know how to pick a
yes.
locker too.
Mm-hmm.
He know how to pick a locker too. He know how to
Yeah,
get there and get in
absolutely.
them windows and stuff. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he know what he doing about sneaking inside a house.
Right. That part. Yeah, so he did let her know that what he told her was the truth. It ended. They working on their marriage. They in a good place. Don't let him and his lies, come over here and destroy us. So, oh, this is when Daddy got home, child. He ready to go over because they done told him what happened at the supermarket. Okay, I don't know how the hell you thought I wasn't gonna find out. You wasn't gonna tell me. Now I'm gonna take my behind over here to they
And get
daggone
my
house. Child, and she of course calls to warn her. And she told him I was gonna take them an hour to get there, which I already knew that was gonna be too late, too long. This irritated the hell out of me because, Daddy, if we're gonna come over here pulling out hammers and making threats, either one of y'all,
don't pull it out if you're not gonna use it. Because I would have went over there blasting. I did like
baby,
I said in my
everybody would have
time.
got one.
I just don't understand why he went there by himself.
Yeah.
You already spoke to the cop. Why you went
He
there by
angry
yourself?
because he
I know
not
you
Mhm.
thinking.
angry.
Somebody just put his hands on his wife. Like and the thing is that I know that that's a reaction that my husband would have
Mhm.
had. My husband is not gonna think if you
Mhm.
touch his wife, like he's not gonna think twice about the logistics or the logic of it. He's just gonna go. I
Mhm.
done seen him go off on just some crazy stuff. Somebody threw some water over the balcony one
Nah,
time, and nobody
I done
in the
been in the
house.
heat of the moment. When you in the heat of the moment, you in the heat of the moment. But at the same time, you knowing the history of these people and knowing that it's more than one of them, even though you come and saying, I'm looking for Dallas and you got this hammer out, Daddy. We can't be playing. We can't be turning our backs. We can't be talking, waiting, letting him count down nothing. No. Pop, 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 pop. Who's next?
Exactly.
Like,
You just should have went over there blasting.
yeah.
That, you just should
He
have
went
went
over
blasting
a
and
whole
calling and got
monologue.
your time.
Mm-hmm.
He went over there to give a whole monologue. You should have went there
Right.
and just put some hot ones in them.
Take that, take that.
Bing, bing, bing.
Like,
Called it a day. Somebody would have just blasted his mama because she was the one that was like the person allowing all this bad behavior. Like
mm-hmm.
she
Yes.
clearly could
Yeah.
control them, and everything that
Um,
she said they
Coach
did.
Dreadhead says, I heard the first 8 minutes will have your blood pressure up, child.
Yes, you're not lying about that. I
Listen,
had this, like I said in the beginning, I had to turn it off and come back to it.
your blood pressure will definitely be
Or
up
you
if you
might
got
laugh like I did.
if you got high blood pressure, it might go up. Okay, you might chuckle, or you might have to go take your blood pressure pills. I don't know which one it's gonna be. I'll just say that. Okay, maybe you'll
I
do
think it
both,
depends on
laugh
what
and
frame
take
of
your
mind
blood
you in.
pressure, especially if you done had you a drink or a little marijuana. You might just find it real funny. But yeah, Daddy got his
That part.
behind kicked. Thank God the mother did tell them to stop because they damn
Mm-hmm.
sure was beating the mess out of him.
Yeah.
Um,
But that's what I was talking about, Tamika. See how she's able to control them so well. Anytime
right.
could have gotten Dallas under control if she
Mhm.
wanted to. You
Mhm.
know, she pulled those
Yes, that's a
strings.
fact. That's a fact.
Because
Definitely.
she wanted to make sure this breakup stays and they don't get back together. It seemed
Mhm.
like they had the way they telling it, they had a
See.
history of them going back and forth.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
he
they definitely did,
and his
and
brothers being in his ear and his mother.
right, yeah, I was about to say that because you could see
Mhm.
the brothers really wanted to like run it home that see she never loved you. She was never no good. She was sleeping with him the whole time. She was playing you the whole time because they
Mm-hmm.
know that that's the stuff that's gonna be in his head to make him go crazy. So it's literally like you got him like he a puppet and you pulling the
Mhm.
strings. Mm-hmm. Yep. So they found Daddy. Lord of mercy. We go ahead and rush him to the hospital. And 1 minute this sheriff again, like, don't even bother calling the sheriff, please. Let the sheriff retire somewhere.
Look, do you have proof that it was them? I don't want to just go there and arrest
We
anybody.
have to wake him up first to see what he says. Like, if you don't get out my face, sir.
I would have been like, "Are you going? This is how you going to do it? You don't even need to be here when he get up.
Yeah.
Get out of here."
Yeah, I couldn't. But 1 minute she was there, next minute she was gone. And of course she calls him and I already knew where we was going once we called him up. And we gonna tell him that Benji about to be laid up in the bed with me, baby. We about to have a funky good time.
I was laughing at that part too. It was so funny to me. I said, "Oh
Oh
no!" I
god.
know he not gonna fall for the okey doke. I said, "Boy, you
Yes.
better stay where you at. You're about to pop your ass. Stay."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he didn't even want to do his job. Like, why are you the sheriff? A waste of damn space. Yeah, he was definitely scared. He was definitely scared. The family was running the town.
Yes.
They needed to
Really,
be
didn't
like
nobody say
FBI,
nothing else about
FBI, CIA. They need, that's what they needed to do because damn sure wasn't the sheriff. So, of course, Benji was worried and he calls, her friends saying, we got to look for her. She done left the daggone hospital. We don't know where she at. Meet me over there. And then when he calls her, she pretty much like, I'm okay. He already done figured it out because he hear a noise in the back, like what's going on. So of course he gonna try to come running. And what's his name, child? I don't forgot the damn husband name now. Lord have mercy, y'all. I'm just
Dallas?
horrible with these names.
Who,
Yeah,
Dallas?
Dallas. He coming
It's
from
Dallas.
walking. He walking down the stairs talking about, oh, I thought you and Benji was gonna be upstairs in the bed. How the hell did he climb the house and get child? Listen, he a ninja. He
We
can
don't
break
even know
into
what type of
houses.
work he do. What
He,
type of work do he do? Is he like a security guy where he makes house alarms or something? Because he's so good at being a
Mhm.
burglar.
Maybe.
Mm.
Child. Mm, mm, mm.
Mm. He back at this doggone house.
I just can't. He just was really like, listen, Candy said he has the super cell phone. I ain't even gonna put that on him, okay?
Mm-mm.
She's so silly.
Oh God, I can't, y'all. Oh
That's
Lord,
the
oh.
last thing he need to be
That
having
must have been the
super
last
cell.
slide. I'm sorry, y'all. Wait a
It's
minute.
all
No, it
right.
wasn't.
This is the last scene.
Is it?
Unless you got him where
Let
what's
me see
about to happen, the confrontation. The final confrontation.
something. Yeah,
Um,
because he really came in there talking cash mess. Well, this is when he tells about what happened with his mom and dad, right?
mm-hmm. But it was too late for that. You want to do
Yeah.
all of this now to get her sympathy so she could be like, I feel so sorry for you. You went through this and
Hmm.
I want to get back. He thought he was going to win her back at this last
Yeah.
moment.
I
It's too
mean,
much.
he kept thinking he was going to win her back. But she kept thinking, even when she did finally say, okay, enough is enough. I'm moving on with my life. I gave you the divorce. I'm done with you. I'm done. She still was being naive just in terms of, like I said, feeling like she really did need to protect herself, feeling like she needed to have the order. It kept being like, oh no, he ain't gonna do that. No, ain't nobody scared him. Ain't nobody worried about him. He ain't gonna do nothing. I was like, girl, what do you really need for you to realize that this man got it all upstairs? Whatever man you thought you knew, like, that ain't him. He will do everything that they saying that he will do.
I think she believed it at that moment. She believed it
Yeah,
when her
after
father
her
came
dad,
there
that
and
seemed
put them
like,
cameras and all of that all over the house and gave her all of those hammer and nail.
but it still really didn't even seem like she was paying it too much mind then. It more so felt like once her dad got hurt, then that was just a wrap.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I'm going to put some hot ones in you.
Mm-hmm.
And she
Yeah.
finally did what her friend said.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad she did the order of protection. I'm glad she followed everything with protocol so that way she don't get jammed up later.
I
Yep.
mean, yeah, she was smart with that part.
Are we gonna talk about
Yeah,
the last time she see their family?
I did have the last pictures, but I don't know what happened to them, y'all. So
I see they didn't say
anyway,
nothing. I see they was quiet. I was like,
exactly, because they really thought like, oh, this ain't over. She shut it short enough. It better be. It better be.
Where's gonna go now? Yo, he gone.
Right.
Y'all come to my
Mhm.
house, y'all can get some hot ones too.
Exactly that part.
okay. Like it ain't gonna be no retribution. You out here acting a doggone butt, and you think that you can't get one? Because if it had been me, y'all wouldn't have cared. It would have been she deserved. She did this. Nah,
Right.
Yup.
nah. And I got order of
Absolutely.
protection, and I'm on the thing telling. I love how she called the police when she called them. That was my favorite part when she actually called the police, and she's saying, what did she say? Like he's something attacking me or something. You know what it is. At this
Hmm.
point, she already know what she finna do, but she just got to make it all. She got to make it look like
Yeah, and she just needed to get to that side where her oh, there it was. I don't know where the hell it had disappeared to. But yeah, she just really needed to get to that side where her thing was, and after he done freaking popped her all the daggone round and got her closer to where it was. It was like,
Mm-hmm.
thank you for helping me get over here. Then she just popped up with it, and he still had the nerve to be like, you ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna use that. And she gave him the
But she was
warning.
smart enough to get him to hit her. They did it on
Right,
purpose.
exactly. Like, thank
Right.
you. Mm-hmm. Yep, you did exactly what I needed you to do.
Well, now this thing is acting up.
Yeah, they said it was problems inside of the thing though. It was a message coming up. It always be something. So it ain't
Mm-hmm.
on my end, y'all. It's just StreamYard doing their updates, and she pulled that bad boy out. Daddy done taught her how to use it. Okay. So yeah, he went flying across that room. It ain't funny, but it is funny.
It was funny to me. I was glad they had a good fight towards the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm glad it was like she did everything the right way.
Yeah. She definitely did. Look at
Look
the
at
mother.
her.
Look at her face.
They at
What
the
you gonna do?
hospital.
Hmm. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. That was an interesting one, y'all, to say the least. Okay. I will
Hmm.
say that. But I definitely listen. The week I had I had to be like, yeah, nah, this ain't it for me today. I definitely had to go back to it. Maybe if I wasn't in the frame of mind that I was in, then I could have just watched it for what it was the first time around. But
Right.
mm-mm. So yeah, y'all, that is definitely Divorce in Black. That's Divorce in Black, y'all. Um,
Well, look, it's a hot mess. I mean, I wish, like I said, I wish we would have saw more insight with their relationship.
hmm.
We just seen the final part and how we got there. So,
Yeah.
but other than that, it was an okay movie.
Listen,
Other,
Inga, I just saw your comment
Latoya.
what Inga say?
talking about I knew EJ was gonna like the movie. She likes all things Tyler Perry. That is not true. Yes, I am. Yes, I do like Tyler Perry stuff, but I just look at TV for TV. I'm not a critiquer. I don't critique stuff like that. Like if I like it, I just be like, oh, okay, that was all right. And then I just go on with life. Like I just don't be like,
Yeah, I
oh,
don't
this.
want a bad mouth it.
Yeah, and some people look at Tyler Perry stuff just to trash it. Like I could literally name you some reviewers right now that know goodness well that they ain't never reviewed a Tyler Perry
I mean,
nothing.
I like some
But
of Tyler Perry stuff. That's what I said at the beginning. I actually was a fan of his shows. I mean, his plays. To me, his plays is better than his movies. It's also hard to transition a play into a movie. It's
That is
just a
Mhm.
true.
completely different format. So sometimes those is just a hit and a miss. To me, one of his best movies was it The Family That Prays? I think that's the one. I love that one.
That one is
Right?
good.
That was,
But then
and
there's
people
some
still
other
talk
ones
about
that
that
I'm
one.
like, I'm never gonna watch that again. And there's some I watch and I crack up and I can laugh at them. You know what I mean? I review his shows and I curse those out. But to me, it's a difference in me critiquing what some of the characters do than me just being like, oh God, this show is horrible. Because if I feel that way, then I'm just not gonna talk about it. But I was
Yeah.
honest with y'all. I'm like, when I put this one on, I said, oh Lord, no, like what are we doing here? Like this just for me did not hit. Okay, it was not hitting for me in this
It was
particular
bad
case.
timing for you to
I
watch
think
it
it's
at
bad
Yeah,
the same
timing
I
for
think
you.
time
it
too.
was. Yeah,
It's
it
bad
definitely
timing for you.
was.
That's why when you said you was gonna cover it, I'm like, you sure? We
Yeah,
doing
because
that
I
Monday?
was like, I said I think I'd rather talk about Young Free and Well, but I was like, see, I already picked this one, so I was like, I'm gonna roll with it, lean with it, roll with it, rock.
Yeah. I just,
All right.
Yeah, but
but
I
some people
appreciate.
will
Oh,
just
go ahead,
review
H.
this stuff just to talk about
Yeah.
it, just to be
Oh,
like
the
so I'm
have and the
just saying
have
that some
nots was my
people
show,
will
Kindle,
just
but I
like
just
review
will
it
always
just
say I
to
hate
be.
how it ended. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, some people just don't like him at all and they never gonna
Which
like
one,
him.
Jada? Which one
Everybody
ended?
the have and the have
I
nots.
couldn't.
That was my show right there. To me, that was one of the
Oh
best shows he
yeah,
had. But the ending,
yeah. The habit.
I always want them to be
Yeah,
like, nah, that was a dream. That ain't happened.
like say
I feel
psych,
like that about Power now.
psych, and
Right.
redo it.
Yeah, it was just like, mm-mm. But yeah, the plays are his best work. They
Yeah,
really
me
are.
neither, Tamika. But I don't talk about
Yeah.
a little bit. I just be like, I just pass.
Yeah. Yeah. I
I
was
mean,
just like,
like I said, for me, the beginning was kind of like a shell shock thing,
yes, it
where
was.
I had to take
I
a
was
breather,
like,
but I did come back
I'm
to
about
it.
to do that. Like, what the
Yeah.
hell? Definitely. Hmm. So,
I know, but every time I thought it was funny as hell. That's what's so funny about it is because I looked at it and I just laughed. I said, "What the hell?" I said, "No, the hell they did," and I just laughed and kept going. But like I said, for somebody else, that could be triggering for them.
yeah,
You know, it
absolutely.
just depends on what frame of mind you in. For a lot of people, it was kind of triggering.
Hmm.
I hear
Yeah.
how people was talking about the dysfunction, but like I said, that happened in the movie Pet Cemetery, and Stephen
Yes,
King
yes,
did
yes.
that. So
Yes.
look, I'm not gonna knock it. I'm not gonna bring
Yes.
color into that.
And they did that in Death at a Funeral, but Death at a Funeral was funny as
Oh,
hell.
that was funny too.
Yeah. Hmm.
That was funny. That funeral
Yeah.
was so funny.
Yeah.
I was
They
cracking up
had
Definitely.
a
on that
whole
one
bunch of
too.
nonsense
When
going
them,
on at
when
that
them,
one.
Hmm.
was it his toes? them shit,
Yeah.
that shit
Them
was so
ballerina
funny.
slippers.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
That, oh,
the
you know, I
ballerina
might watch
slippers.
that
That was
tonight
so
because I need a good laugh.
But that wasn't that one. That was the other one. The one with LL and them. Was
Mm.
that? Did he have the ballerina shoes on in that one?
Which one?
Oh, wait a
That
minute.
was the one with LL and
Is that
Jada when he had the ballerina shoes, right?
Oh, that was
Kingdom
yeah,
Come?
that was him with the little
Yeah.
short
Oh, okay, okay.
The
kingdom
other
something.
one, he
Okay,
had the
what
little
was it with
guy.
the death?
Yeah, he had the little
What
guy. Remember,
death
he
at a
was with the
Yeah,
funeral
the
little
with
little
guy,
him?
guy climbed in. Yeah,
and
yeah,
then he
yeah.
was like, "I was his
Mhm.
lover,"
Yes, 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 yes. Yo, that was freaking hilarious. And the
and they
boyfriend
put
got
him in the
high,
No,
was
death
up
coffin.
at a
on the
funeral
roof.
though. That was Chris Rock, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Martin
it was
Lawrence,
Chris
Chris
Rock
Rock.
and Martin Lawrence. They were
Hmm.
brothers.
Yeah. Yeah, I might watch that tonight. I definitely could use a good laugh.
Danny
But anyway, Moochie,
Glover
what
was
you
in
got?
that too.
Yeah, it was a lot of people in there. What
Yeah.
you got coming up, Moochie? Tell the people what you got going down.
All right, well,
Thank everybody for coming through tonight. I missed you, my YouTube people.
okay, well, I do have another theory video coming out. I'm in the process of editing it, and it's actually 2 theory videos. And Wednesday, don't forget, we gotta talk about Mayor Kingstown. We gotta talk about Bunny. I don't know what's gonna go down with him and Mike. It seemed like their friendship is over with. So we gotta talk about that.
EJ, what you got happening,
Are y'all
girl?
looking at Emperor of Ocean Park, I
Yes,
think it's called,
yes,
with
yes,
Forrest Whitaker?
yes,
It
Yeah, I
started
watched
out
the
so
first
good. I think
episode.
I'm gonna continue to watch it. I like the first episode.
yes.
Now y'all know
And I
Ronnie is
forgot
in
to
that.
talk about it when I did the what you should be watching. That and Cobra Kai. I forgot. It was on the list some kind of way it disappeared from my slides, but I'm definitely trying to watch that.
You also got Hotel Cocaine. That's on MGM too.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's picking up. I might talk about that
Mm-hmm.
in a whole because that's getting good. And of course, Presume Innocent. I don't know if y'all watching
Oh
that,
yes,
but
that's my
it's
show.
like that one. I
It
know
got
we
renewed for the second season.
Okay.
all right.
It
So
got
I
renewed.
I know the girls is gonna want to talk about that in a whole. So we gonna talk and get our little schedules together.
Yes, please do hit that like button, y'all. We appreciate y'all
Yes.
for coming through. Hit the like.
Hit the like, and if you are here for the first time, please subscribe.
Looking at
Subscribe to the
box
channel. The links are in the
right.
description.
Yes. Thank you, Latoya.
Yeah.
The Serpent Queen too,
Um,
y'all. If y'all haven't watched
Oh
the Serpent
oh
yes.
Queen,
yes, the
that's a
Serpent
good one.
Queen comes back. Yeah, that's my show. I love that show.
Yeah, they came
Hey,
out on
Tamarcus, what's
Friday, and
going on? I
it was
miss
good.
you. I miss
Hey,
all of y'all.
Tamarcus.
So of course, you guys, I have like been taking a pause. Y'all will see me, popping up here and there. But unfortunately, even though I was trying to get back on track in July, it's now looking like it's gonna be August because unforeseen, circumstances. So as far as like my Mafia Monday and Flashback Friday, this would have been the week. I think the Saturday was supposed to have been trivia. I gotta pause all of that stuff. But I am gonna get back on track. I missed this last week, and it's a good chance I'm gonna miss it this week. I probably will miss family business too, but hopefully next week I'll be back on track. But like I said, I've still been trying to pop in. I knew I wasn't gonna be able to do movie night Thursday, so that's why I did it today. And I appreciate all the love. I appreciate everybody that sent me prayers and condolences, cash app, super chat, whatever it may be. Thank you all very, very much. You are appreciated. I do feel the love. And you know, hopefully I'll be back on track. That's all I can say for right now. Maybe with Moochie for Mayor Kingstown Wednesday if I can. And maybe you'll get sisters. Maybe I'll do both of the episodes since I missed it last week. I don't know. You never know where you might see me popping up. But I don't
Yep.
want to
I
say
didn't know
for
you was
sure.
coming last week. I was up there by myself and you came up for interview with a vampire. And don't
Yeah.
forget we did that too. And we trying to make some schedules to put down some more content. So
Yeah.
keep y'all notifications on, put it on all, and holla at your ladies.
Yes. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all the next time. Enjoy y'all night. And if you come on the replay, let us know the replay game you came by. Okay, put some flames up in the sky. Tell us what y'all thought about this movie, child. Okay, put it in the comments. Thank you, JT. Definitely appreciate it.
Aw,
Night, y'all.
good night.
All right.